excited to be here with you today. I hope you have enjoyed all the other shows. I know we have thoroughly enjoyed them, and it's been encouraging for us. So I hope it's been equally encouraging for you all. Thank you for all the comments and all the just warm wishes that you guys have been sending us, and all the likes and shares and all that good stuff. So thank you so much. Again, it's Sade, Rhea, and Amaya. We are here for you, talking about motherhood, faith, and friendship. Today, one of those shows that kind of, it hits your heart as a mom, okay? This is what we need.
Yes.
Finding balance and self-care. I put up a post, a month ago or so on Facebook, just asking moms, like, what was their biggest challenge? And the overwhelming response was not taking care of me. Just that self-care aspect, finding balance, and as a new mom, I'm in the struggle with you. It's so hard.
It is.
I'm having a hard time finding balance. What about you guys? What's been your experience so far?
I would say finding balance. I think I've kind of, I'm not going to say figure it out, but I'm at a place, I'm really big about scheduling and stuff. So I guess because I have a schedule and because my days are so consistent, I guess I can find a little bit of a balance. But it did, the first beginning months, it was really hard for me. I was just yelling at everybody, especially my husband. I'm sorry, babe, love you. But yeah, it was definitely hard just trying to, because I overthink. I think about everything, I analyze everything. And I wanted to make sure I was the perfect mom, or just making, not really perfect mom, but just making the right decision. And so trying to figure that out and take care of myself, and my husband not putting guilt on me. I don't know if you guys experienced that, but my husband would put guilt on me. You haven't finished your shower yet? You haven't, what's taking you so long? And so we had to have that hard discussion.
You're right.
But yeah, we definitely had to have that discussion, and now my husband is definitely more compassionate and more understanding, but yeah, that was definitely a hard time. Gotcha. My first.
What about you, Amaya?
I think, I'm thinking about when OJ was first born, and then the challenges that I experience now. So of course, initially, it was a difficult time, challenging, because my husband was going through school, and so he would leave the home during maternity leave. He would leave the home about 7:30 every morning, and I would not see him again until 11 or 11:30, Monday through Friday.
School and work?
Yeah, school and work. And so it was hard. And so the only time that I got to myself was when he would get home, but he also had homework. And so maternity leave was difficult. And so my self-care sometimes just took me driving and praying, because I didn't know.
I understand that.
And it was the winter. So it really wasn't you can go and sit at the park or walk downtown and everybody's still outside. It's really cold.
Right.
So I would leave the house in flip-flops, a hoodie, and leggings or something.
That's hilarious.
And hair not done, but I'm in my car. It's 11 o'clock at night. Nobody can see me, and I drive and pray. And so that was my a part of my self-care routine, just getting out the house. I think the other thing is just at this point, I am in private practice, and so I do therapy all day, and I work with people all day long, and so being emotionally available for my family, and then after that, you're pooped, and so learning to, you said, not be super snappy. and being aware of like when I need time just for Maya.
Yeah. And I don't understand that, like, as a fellow entrepreneur, like, running my business is just, in itself, it's just so much. If you're an entrepreneur, you know the woes and the ins and outs of it, no matter how many years you've been in business.
Yeah.
I'm 6 years in, and some days I feel like it's my first go around. Like, gee, what is happening? So I get it. So just dealing with the different aspects of that, because people, it's not what you see on the outside and the runnings and everything. It's the behind the scenes, everything,
the behind the scenes,
all of that. That stress that comes with that, plus being a mom, plus being a wife, and still, what I find out, you still gotta be a daughter. You still gotta love on your mama, your siblings, all of that, and it's just like, oh my goodness. So just finding that balance is very, very important, because a centered mom, a balanced mom,
a healthy mommy,
she makes a healthy home. Like, just the definition of balance in itself, even distribution of weight. First of all,
how are you carrying it?
Enabling someone to remain upright and steady. Upright is one thing. I don't know how many y'all sometimes feel like you're about to fall, slap apart. Just like, okay, I need a nap or something. So I told her, we totally get it. So we definitely want to know, like, what are some of the ways that you guys have found balance? If you are an older mom and you have like kids that's like, 8 and up, like how does it get better? Give us some encouragement. We're not saying we're depressed over here, but it's always good to see that light at the end of the tunnel or along the way on this journey. So one thing that I looked up, that he said as far as finding balance, is not giving up your hobbies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And that's been a struggle for me.
Yeah.
This one, I feel like she bounced back. I was waiting. Rhea sews, right?
She does.
She's an amazing seamstress, and for a while she stopped sewing, and I got that.
I was
because
trying
I was
to
a
be
new
patient.
mom. I got that, but I was like, Rhea's made a dress.
What point are we getting back in the game?
Right. I mean, can I throw my measurements out there? So you can get. And then one day she posted a video and she had made this cool headscarf, and I was like, Rhea's back!
I was waiting for that. Like, that is so important.
Yeah.
I think once you have your children, like the things that you enjoy goes out the window, and it's like no longer important. And I think finding the balance and getting back to yourself, getting back to like the routine, your routines, it just doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah.
And so I think that's really, really important. I see tons of women who come in and they're like, they feel guilty for, wanting to take care of themselves, guilty for wanting to spend some time away from their children, or spend a night or a morning sleeping in. And like all of these things are very, very important.
I think for me, with getting back into sewing, first of all, I sleep trained my baby. We did the cry it out method, and so he was starting to sleep longer. So I actually had time. Like, literally, my baby was only sleeping an hour at a time. An hour only gives me enough time to even think of what fabric I want to use. So I didn't really have time. So, it will get better. And like I said, I'm definitely not at a place where I feel like I'm completely perfect and I have balance, but I do feel like I have somewhat of a balance. But I think for me, what it really took was having that hard conversation with my husband, talking to him about the mommy guilt of what I was feeling, and what he was putting on me, and the unrealistic goals. He was still expecting me to make breakfast in the morning, though I'm dead tired. You know what I'm saying? And so that was definitely helpful for me, having that hard conversation with my husband, or I would suggest that to you, whoever your help is. And then the other thing, what was the biggest thing for me of why I couldn't find balance, was not accepting help. Like, I had pride. I just felt like this was my son and he's my responsibility. And yes, he is my son and he is my responsibility. But it came to a point where it's like I was afraid to ask anybody for help. I was afraid to, because I didn't want to put anything on anybody. I didn't want to burden anybody. And even my own husband, I just felt like, no, I'm the wife, I'm supposed to do this. I'm like, all these crazy things was going through my head. And then I read Proverbs 31, and it talks about, in verse 15, and it talks about how she gave work to her servants. You know, no, we ain't have servants. But there's help.
She divvied out the work. Yeah.
Right, she did
adjusted her load.
And that's what you were just saying, like finding the definition was, you know, say it again.
Distribution of weight.
Distribution of weight.
Yeah.
So how does that look for you? How can you distribute the weight? And for me, that was, babe, you know what? I can't make your breakfast. May you please make your breakfast? And him understanding that, you know, babe, I'm on my way home. Can you cook dinner? So sometimes I had to explain to my husband, I'm not the same wife you married when you first got married. I'm now a mother, so I'm still trying to figure out how to be your wife and a mother at the same time. So I'm gonna need your help in this season until it gets better. Maybe my son is sleeping in longer and I can make breakfast. Because that's something I do. Me personally, I love to do. I love to cook for my husband and stuff like that. So I'm not saying that's the only role of a woman or that's what she's supposed to be doing, tied up to the stove. But that's just me personally. Right. Pregnant, tied up to the stove, and barefoot. Right. So no, but that's me personally. I just like to cook for my family. I love to do it. I really do. But you know, I was going crazy because I was trying to do everything on my own, and so now I'm running myself ragged and being tired. Like I saw on Instagram, this person put a post of Superwoman, and she was just like, I'm fine. I'm okay. You know, and that's how I felt. Like I was trying to be Superwoman and I was just falling down. So that's what helped for me, asking for help and having that hard conversation.
Yeah.
I think another part of like the self-care routine is, and not just because I'm a therapist, but maybe because I'm a therapist.
And she's our friend. Do you know how helpful this is? I offered to pay her last week because we had such a long conversation. I was like, I owe you some money.
They're like, no.
No, I think I did the same thing. I was like, Amaya, I know, like, yeah,
We just have an advantage.
like, talk to you. Because you do feel guilty. It's like, yes, she's my friend, but then I also feel like I'm using her services.
She was like, girl, no, you don't. Okay.
But I can't call anybody else.
Right.
Amaya. No, sorry. Go ahead. That's how excellent she is.
Yes.
If you're in the Greensboro area,
And you needed
we're going to do this commercial right here.
Trinity Family Counseling.
Right.
You better come see your girl.
Oh gosh. Okay. Oh man.
Sorry, we're doing
But-
it off the top.
Sorry.
I think it's really important for you to have a therapist
Yes.
as a new mom.
Yes.
It does not mean that you're crazy, but sometimes you just need to be able to go to a place and dump.
Yes.
And just dump.
Yes.
If
Just
you're,
vent.
you know, and process the thoughts that you're having that are not really like, they're not from God.
Yeah.
You know, they're from your unrealistic expectations of yourself. And so, and that's one of the things, like, you know, like you were saying, like, trying to be Superwoman, and you're like, I am holding on by the skin of my teeth.
Yeah.
And, like, I realized that, like, we have received these messages that we have to do every single day.
Yes.
We gotta cook, we gotta clean, we gotta make sure our husbands are happy,
Yeah.
gotta make sure he's fed, and, you know, his clothes are clean, gotta make sure the baby's clean, gotta make sure the house is spotless. And now, you know, we're working outside of the home too, you know, and so got to make sure business is going, and being a fresh entrepreneur. And so, you know, managing all of these hats, all of these roles, and we have become really imbalanced. And so, seek therapy.
Yes.
Get you a good therapist.
Yes.
And have somebody that you can talk to, but build your mama tribe.
Yes.
That is the truth. That's a good point.
Let me
That's
tell
a
you
good
something.
point.
My mama tribe, like, they got me through. It would be times where I would be like, don't know what the heck I'm doing, got the screaming baby at, don't know what I'm doing. And randomly I get a text from a mom who I have not even talked to, and she would say, Maya, you're doing a great job. I feel like I am feeling right now. Thank you so much. I just needed the encouragement.
Right.
You know, I just needed, because I didn't know what I was doing.
No, yeah. I totally agree with that mom tribe. Like,
Get you one.
it is
Get you some
so
friends.
important. Like, I've been drafting people into my mom tribe too. Now that we're expecting baby number 2, it's like I've been looking at friends that I haven't talked to in like forever that have 2 kids. What? I'm gonna look her up. Do I still have her number? No, call somebody to do. Hey girl, yeah, it's Sade. So I know you got 2 babies, girl. How you feeling? What's going through your mind? Like, for real. Shout out to Shatara Bingham. That's my homie. I hadn't talked to her in years. Called her out of the blue like 2 weeks ago, and she just blessed my whole life.
I love it.
I appreciate you, boo. But yeah, like, reach out and don't be afraid, because there's some things we share with each other that I feel like we share with people that are not moms. They were like, y'all are crazy. Like, that don't even make sense, but it does. Like,
It absolutely does.
I was able to kind of share things with her, like, you know, how am I gonna love 2 kids? Like, I love Jackson so much. How do you share that? And it's a real question that you just don't get to ask. Or people was like, you know, it'll come. Okay, I'm a logical person. I'm intellectual.
Yes, I am too.
So I need to know, like, so, like, is it come during the pregnancy, or is it gonna come to get? Like, I just need, and you know, and I need it for a seasoned mom or a mom who has 2 to be like, girl, I don't know when it happened, but it happened, and I love them. So and that's okay with me if that was your story. It's like, okay, I feel better because, you know. Or a mom that can tell me that she hasn't bathed in like 3 days and she hasn't washed clothes in a week. Like, I need to know that there's a level of normalcy to that. I'm not saying we dirty bums over here, but I'm saying sometimes it be a little
I
bleak.
did bathe this morning.
I did too. And I brushed my teeth.
Woo!
I remember, like, one of my friends, she doesn't have children, and she said, Amaya, you know, my sister told me that if you, you know, took a bath and you brushed your teeth, that you were having a really good day. And I would be like...
In the first few months, yes.
I was like, what are you talking about? Of course I bathed and brushed my teeth today. But I didn't realize, like, how well I was doing, just because it was so, like, the baby face was so new to me. I wasn't one of those people that every time, you know, somebody came to church or one of my friends had a baby, I was like, oh, baby, baby, baby. I was like, I enjoyed baby-free Amaya.
I enjoyed it, yeah.
Like, I had my child at 34. Like, so some of my friends did not. They were much, much, much younger. Like teens. And so that's a huge difference.
Yeah, it is.
Like a huge difference.
It is. I was talking to my homegirl the other day, and it's like her son is getting college acceptance letters. We graduated the same year, high school, and
I'm low-key
and I have a little. I'm
and
she like, girl, I'm about to
spread my wings and fly.
I'm like, and it's not that we don't enjoy our children.
Yeah.
You see everyone in these different stages, and it's like, oh, and I want to enjoy. I still want to enjoy life, and so I think that's why this topic today is so important, because you have to take out the time to do those things that make you still enjoy life. Not that being a mom is not enjoyable. That's not what we're saying. Please do not get that mixed up. But just finding those things that make you feel like yourself again, or just kind of like, for me, going to get a mani-pedi and sitting in that massage chair with my AirPods in, explaining to my homegirl doing my feet, I love you to death, I'm just not having a conversation today. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just going to listen to this good podcast or something, and that be it.
Those moments to just check out. Look, I got my feet done so much during maternity leave. Now, mind you, it was January.
So it's not going out.
It was not even out, but honey, fresh. Like every week, every other week. And is it that serious? I just needed that time to check out. There was nothing for me to do.
Right.
And I was the only one with the baby. Like, the rest of my friends were either still expecting or not even married. And so, that's what I did.
I was watching a show, like, uninterrupted. Like, if my husband dare ask me a question, it was pause the TV. dude, do not like. This was my moment. Do not disrupt me right now. So that was just me. Like
I don't even know that girl.
But yeah, no, that was my moment. Like watching a good movie, taking like the first few months. So I could totally relate when your friend said taking a shower was a great day, because the first few months for me, taking a shower was like heaven. Like it was because my son, I love him. I'm gonna stop saying that. If y'all don't know I don't love my son, that's it was hard. My son is so clingy, or he was so clingy the first few months. Like he would not sleep alone. It was just like, and then I was breastfeeding, and so it just that moment to just get away before I do something crazy. That was important. So whether it is
Or
taking
saying
a
something
drive
crazy.
or saying something crazy, which I have, God forgive me, because I said some crazy things to God. But just
It's the realest statement I've ever heard.
but
Like she's tripping right now.
There's been so many times I really do have a real relationship with God. Like I really do see Him as my Father, and just as I snap on my mom sometimes, I have snapped on God plenty of times, and had to come back within the same breath, like, God, man, I'm sorry, because like the Holy Spirit just starts talking to you, but and whooping you in such the sweetest way. But I would say don't overthink it. Don't overthink that you have to be there for your child, or your child is gonna die. They're not gonna die. Trust me. Your husband, your mom, your sister, whoever is watching the baby, they're gonna figure it out. And that's that relationship your child is gonna have with them. That's gonna be their routine they have with them. Because that was me. Like I felt if my son didn't have a little boobie before he goes to sleep, there's no way he's gonna sleep. He's gonna stay up all night because he didn't get his boobie.
Yep.
And I would come home and he'd sleep. Like, you went to sleep without me? So it was all on me. It was all in my thoughts.
Your process.
Yeah.
So take your time out, and whether it's by yourself or having some time with your friends, like, is so needed. It is so needed.
Speaking of time with friends, let me tell you something. Everything that we're talking about is what a lot of moms do, including us. We just talk about it. We talk about balance. We talk about self-care. We talk about getting together. And then we don't.
Action to it.
It takes planning.
It does.
Self-care and balance takes planning.
Intentional.
Yes. And sometimes I tell you, you feel like you're going a million miles a minute that you don't take the time to plan, but just sitting down and be like, okay, I'm going to do this. Prime example, we have been trying to get together. I can't tell you. So 3 months, maybe? Like trying to get together outside of my podcast, right? So we may get on Facebook chat, or but actually getting together.
Yeah.
That is something that is so needed. Like even right before we record this podcast, we were sitting down chatting, and then we're like, "Oh shoot, yeah, we got to record. This is why we need to get together
because we need that time. It's been too long.
Yes,
texting just doesn't do it.
It doesn't. No, I need to be able to say because text it don't give you that. No, but you need.
You just read it.
Right. You try to make everything capital, a whole bunch of emojis.
That's my expressions. Cardi B just.
Right.
She's all of me, inside of me. If I want to express something, I'm like Cardi B. So just
make sure you actually plan. Yes. And we're gonna do this as a challenge. We're going to do a challenge for ourselves. We're going to follow back up with you guys when we actually get together.
And we're posting it.
You see this? When we actually get together, we are going to post it and say that we did it. And we're going to be honest and tell you how many days it took from the time of this recording until we actually did it. What is today? Oh my God. Today is Saturday, November 9th. Okay, now. Here we go.
We're going to do it.
We're going to do it. So it takes planning, guys. And we want to get to the point where we can plan something and have you guys to come see us.
Yes, we would love that. That would be so much fun.
So as the new year rolls in, you guys stay tuned, because we plan on having an event where we can just hug your necks and meet you and love on you. So we're super excited. Maybe we'll do like a live podcast with all you guys and just have some, we'll just throw out some ideas and have some good time. But tips. We've been talking about tips and our own experiences on finding balance and things like that. But like we said, we want to know what you guys have done.
Yes.
Please send it to us via email.
Yes.
Leave comments below, whether it be on Facebook or Instagram.
We want to hear
those
it.
are things that we definitely want to hear. Anything else that you guys wanted to add?
No.
Yeah. So be encouraged to find balance as we're on our journey of finding balance. And we're going to put some, if you're local, we're definitely going to put some places below, like some good, a good masseuse.
Sorry, I did just remember something. In regards to the self-care, be intentional about putting on clothes. Like, intentional of, like, actually
getting
making
cute.
getting cute. I think, like, sometimes,
That's
especially at first-time moms, or just moms in general, it's like, all right, this is just going to work today. We get so focused on taking care of everybody else that we forget, you know what, let me put my skinny jeans on that made my booty pop. You know me, I'm going to talk about my booty.
Booty popping is important.
It is.
Or just a cute pair of earrings or some lipstick. I am all for the mascara and lipstick all day. I do not put on foundation. I might do my eyebrows. You see my eyebrows are covered today. Be intentional. Be so intentional.
That's so true. I'm glad you brought that up because you feel a little different.
You do.
When you put on something cute, like you walk in, you just, you strut a little different. And I'm a legs person, so I don't, I didn't grow up real, like, strict environment where I couldn't show my legs. A lot of people did, whatever. No, give me a short skirt and some heels and any day or a cute dress or something. But anything, whatever outfit makes you like, and don't you start, I hear your thoughts right now about the stuff that you can't fit no more. Shut it up. I understand. Throw it away. It doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. Put on what makes you feel amazing.
And if you're budget conscious, know that you can go to Goodwill, you can thrift, and
all of that.
Goodwill does not mean that it's trashy clothes. There's a lot of places in some good parts.
If you live in Greensboro, you can go to Coco's Closet on Battleground. That's my place. Go see the girl.
Right. So don't feel like, now don't go crazy. Don't go outside your budget. But I'm just saying, like, there are ways that you can still stick within budget.
Yeah.
Because I do feel like after pregnancy, your body is changing, and sometimes you do need new clothes. So
and that's absolutely okay.
Yes.
It is fine.
Right.
So what we will also do, we will post a picture of our outfits that day because we will be cute. We're challenging ourselves here. So
this is a serious challenge.
And then when you guys have a girls' night, post your picture and tag us. We want to see it.
We need to see this.
And we will share them. She keeps up with the stories because, I don't know how to make them multiple things. But Rhea is good about it.
Great at it.
So I would have Rhea to share your stuff in our
so
story.
we can see it.
So we can see all of it. We love you guys so much.
We love you.
And we pray that you guys are finding balance.
Yes.
And that you have a self-care routine that is going to be conducive for a good, whole, healthy mom running a good, whole, and healthy family.
Absolutely.
Love you guys.
Love you.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.